1966. Thousands of Easterners, mostly Igbos, were killed in the north. June 2026. 91-year-old General Yakubu Gowon finally speaks. His words, "Don't blame me." But Ohanaeze says, "Apologize." After 58 years, can one apology heal millions of deaths? This is from Gowon's new autobiography, My Life of Duty and Allegiance, released recently. Gowon says people accusing him of not stopping the 1966 to 1967 killings of Easterners in the North are wrong and misleading. He said, "This position is not only wrong, but it also deliberately ignored the undeniable and open efforts I made at stopping the killings in all parts of Nigeria." So what efforts is he talking about? Gowon says that after reports of Northerners being killed in the East were broadcast, reprisals started in the North, especially in Kanu. He says he responded immediately. First, he made public broadcasts in both English and Hausa to calm tensions. Second, he told Northern residents that nobody with a conscience would approve of or support the mass killing of Easterners. Third, he says he personally confronted soldiers accused of targeting Igbo civilians. His warning was, "I will personally deal with any officer or soldier found harming innocent citizens." Gowon insists that neither the federal government nor Northern leaders organized the attacks. But major Igbo groups are not accepting that explanation. Ohanaeze says Gowon failed in his duty as commander-in-chief to protect Igbos during the 1966 killings. They argue that a denial is not enough and are demanding a public apology. IPOB went further. They described Gowon's comments as crocodile tears and an insult to the memory of those who died during that period. So today, there are two very different versions of history. Gowon says, "I tried." His critics say, "You failed." To understand why this debate is so emotional, we need to look at the timeline. On January 15, 1966, a military coup led to the deaths of Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa, Northern Premier Ahmadu Bello, Western Premier Akintola, and several senior military officers. The coup plotters were widely perceived as mostly Igbo officers, even though they are not only Igbos, there are many of them. Now, on July 29, 1966, a counter-coup took place. Head of state Agi Ironsi was killed, along with Western Region Governor Adekunle Fajui. The counter-coup plotters accused Ironsi of failing to punish those responsible for the January 1966 coup. The violence that followed led to the killings of thousands of Igbos in the north. Those events contributed to the declaration of Biafra by Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. Then came the Nigerian Civil War from 1967 to 1970. Millions of people died during the conflict. Gowon's position is that he inherited a deeply divided country and tried to keep it together. His critics argue that the deaths happened while he was commander-in-chief and that the responsibility ultimately rests with leadership. General Gowon is now 91 years old. This book may be his final major public statement on the Civil War. He has chosen to defend his record rather than apologize. But here is a question many Nigerians continue to ask. Can a country truly heal without a direct apology? Without a truth commission? Without someone saying, we were wrong? Nigeria adopted the slogan, no victor, no vanquished, after the war. But did the nation ever fully address the pain of the victims? What do you think? Should there be a public apology? Is it too late after nearly 6 decades? Should Nigeria establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to examine the events of that era? Share your thoughts in the comments. I am not here to tell you what to think. I am here to make sure we do not forget. That is why I'm here. Whatever is your ethnicity, this is part of what we shared, a shared history. We do not move forward by shouting. We move forward by understanding. And may the souls of all who died during that period rest in peace.